But if you haven't noticed, I'm not John King. Although he may look like this in a couple more years. I too was young and good looking when I first started. But then, you know, anywho, I know there are some new deputies that are here, and please remember, try not to become overwhelmed, but enjoy it. If you take, if you look at it from the perspective that it's an enjoyable experience, relax, you'll go with the flow, follow the guidance of some of your colleagues from your church who've been at convention before, and you'll have a really enjoyable experience. Some of the things are pretty much set as have been done in the past. You're going to be registering by individual last name. For those of you who are longtime members, you may recall the chaos that we used to create for you, which I kind of thought was fun, having people run around, but you all didn't like that. So we did it by individual last name. Also, when you get to convention, you'll receive the convention packet that will have additional information that you need for making informed decisions at that convention, including the ballots that you'll be using to vote for candidates or voting on business. And I would just like to say, if you look in your packet, I think it's printed on green paper, are the candidates that are standing for elections. And you know, there's a big shout out to those people, because we are really grateful that people stand for election. They volunteer their time, their talents, and make a commitment to the work of the diocese. The same way that they make a commitment to the work of churches, they're doing it on a different level. And it's a wonderful opportunity for people to learn about the workings of the diocese, because I have seen over the years that the skills that people get when they're working on a diocesan committee, they will bring back to the benefit of the congregations. So if you think of sharing your talent with the diocesan committees, it is a stewardship issue. The more you give, the more you get back. You'll also notice that there are workshops on both days. There's actually I don't know how many right now, but the slots are, as John set up in the past, at mornings of 10 o'clock and 11 o'clock on Friday and Friday afternoons after the budget forum, and then on Saturday during the noon time. We also have 25 exhibitors or vendors this year. So if anybody's having a roof problem, this year we have a roof vendor there. So I would go running over to that person to find out how to stop the leak. Because I've got a slate roof and I don't know how to get rid of that leak. And then on the next day, am I supposed to move that? It's okay. We have the Eucharist service on Friday. Bishop Beckwith will be the celebrant, and Bishop Stephen Lane from the Diocese of Maine will be our our preacher. There's an offering taken that day that will be divided equally between Newark Acts, which is our young interns program here, that Bishop Beckwith brought into the diocese shortly after he got here. And then also to the 75th anniversary of the Episcopal Relief and Development Fund. I know many people have been supporting that fund for years. Maybe some of you haven't been doing it for the full 75 years. Maybe you have, some of you. But in any event, you all know about the work of ERD. We've been fortunate, or maybe because of some of our misfortune in New Jersey, we've been recipients of the generosity of ERD. There's a woman by the name of Abigail Nelson. She's the senior VP for programs of ERD. She will be at our convention. She's going to be the speaker on Saturday morning at the Women's Commission breakfast. That flyer is in your packet as well. And if you're interested, we have Martha Gardner sitting in the back there, who's more than happy to take your reservations for that. Abigail will also have an opportunity to speak to the deputies on Saturday morning in the earlier portions, and if I can figure out how to make a big symbolic check and write down whatever the amount might be, we can have the bishop hand it to her, but I don't know how to do that. Anyway, then the rest of the day, as you heard Paul say, we have the order of the day for the proposed budget. That will be his executive summary. There will be other reports provided. The afternoon will conclude with the committee, the resolution, the hearings and the workshops. The cocktail hour, because we're Episcopalians, will be at 6:30, so no other business will be going on, and our dinner's at 7 o'clock. There's some special recognitions and other parts of that are going to be kind of cool, actually. And then we're going to rock the night away with walking the boulevard, which if they have got to be great, because I got to tell you, every clergy person who came back from that clergy conference in October, they were still stomping around because of walking in the boulevard. And so I thought, well, if they enjoyed it, well, maybe we would enjoy it. So we'll see. Actually, District 9, I think, is having them tonight. So, you can get a preview there. Actually, don't go get a preview there. Anyway, Saturday, we're going to, it's our last day there. It's my last day. Women's Commission at 7 o'clock is a breakfast and morning worship. And then remember, it's 8:30. I understand that's a little early, but that's the time that the bishop will be presenting the State of the Diocese address. We'll have reports, presentations, new prayers, you see up there. And then we'll have the lunchtime break, the workshops, business session, the vote on the budget, and then there'll be a wonderful celebration of new ministry in the afternoon, and we will go out dancing as we have before. Right?
Yes.
Great dancing. Good. Okay. So anyway, so I'll see you then, and so will John.